I'm going to start building some more manufactories for the subjects. The more the subjects generate, the more money I make out of them. After all. Oh, come on! We just had this! 10,000 manpower ago. I'm not going to cheese it the way you said, but I'm going to cheese it the other way. Sod this. Workers' cooperation with the merchant class loyalty goes up. Sweet. Now trading in fish. Sweet. 12,000. Right, let's go ahead and build another stack. With another no-inf unit. Right there. Lose the manpower. Oh no, I lost 300 manpower. Oh no. 3,000 ducats for that mercantilism. Oh, I need a colonist. Yes, that makes sense. You're there. Come over here. Let's make sure we can grab this and get into the interior before Newfoundland completely cuts us off. Muslim sailors. From the Yellow Sea to the Indian Ocean, there's an abundance of ships, from the small dhows to the great galleys, constantly sailing between the many ports. Taken together, this trade network provides goods and supplies for more than half of the world's population. What many of these galleys have in common is they are manned by Muslim sailors. These are sailors from Africa and the Middle East, joined by converted locals. Local missionary strength increases the speed of conversion for the propagate religion trade policy, which is irrelevant for me, because I'm not Muslim, I can't actually use it. We do get a half-price advisor, though. But he's not my culture, so I can't promote him. And Cocos Island gets sailor community, which is plus 50% sailor. For 5,000 ducats? No. No. Probably a good event for Muslim nations. Not so much for me. Right, there's another stack being created. Shawnee have done. Scandinavia is planning to attack Huron, eh? Now, I do have a spare leader slot, so I think I'm going to go ahead and recruit a new one. Who shall be called? A lemon needs double N? Double N. Aid. You can do better than that. Wow, that's a long name. Philips Willem van Huchtenbroek. That's better. Then let's go and fire the other one. Yeah. And then you can also start drilling. Marvellous. So now I just need the infantry to fill up those stacks. And also, let's build some more manufactories. Because that's really going to buff the amount of money we're making. New Holland has 58 divisions. Actually, the other thing I could do is double check to see if there's anyone else that you guys want to attack. You can go for New Spain. Yeah, that seems reasonable. New Gelderland. Oh, hello. New Gelderland is the naval force. You could go for French Columbia. I'd kind of like New Friesland to do that. We'll come back to you. New Holland can absolutely go after Florida. New Zealand, nobody. New Friesland can go after Colombia or Quinto. You should go after Quinto. Yeah, you absolutely should go after Quinto. Who was that? New Friesland. New Brabant, nobody. Utrecht. Utrecht can go after Cusco. Limburg. Limburg is you. Cusco doesn't do much for you, actually. And then over Aesel can go for Vinland. I suspect that's a war you'd lose. You do only have 5,000 men. Let's not do that. Alright, so it's New Gelderland that I need to decide. Did I go after... No. New Friesland is going after Quinto. Maybe once New Friesland has Quinto, then they'll be in a position to do more. It's possible. Local tax, another colony self-sustaining. So that's both of New Over Aesel here, done. Unfortunately, until this one is finished, we can't spread out behind their lines. And the Spanish have really been blossoming here. Our colonies have been kind of falling behind a bit. Oh no, you're the one that I need to stay there. Let's cancel you and move you over here. Somewhere. I still want islands with huge population. Or territories with huge population. Ming has actually colonized the rest of this. Interesting. Well, we'll go here. That's another 12,000. Although at this point, I think I want you to get to your 15,000 so we can just fill you out. With the infantry. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go for. Some more core provinces. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to go here. Okay, so that's the last of the cores that we're working on. Excellent. We have no rebels about to fire. Glorious. Looks like the minions are making short work of their colonies. New Friesland is losing to Quinto, though. Because all of your troops are over here. Miltech 11. So as soon as your armies actually arrive, you'll be fine. It's just a matter of your armies arriving. We need to hold off on the Miltech to build that stuff. We can build some more manufactories in the meantime. And how are we doing with... No, just generally tech we need to hold off on. Heavy frigates are coming up, oh dear. That's going to be some pretty hefty upgrade bills. Not 100% sure I'll bother. In fact, from now on I'm just going to save money until we've done that. Also, Scandinavia we can get a fabrication on. Which, honestly, is... Schleswig? Vestjylland? Schleswig. And yes, I think I'm going to save money so that I can get the upgrades going. In particular, I need to upgrade you. So that we have the two-deckers. These are all war galleons. They're actually out of date. Need to save up a bit more. Okay, cool. Am I going to dev Friesland for stuff? Yeah, probably. I was going to do you, wasn't I? Thanks for the reminder. Holland can switch back to being trade power. And then you just stay development cost. Although there's going to be a lot of development worth of upgrades. Friesland in particular is expensive, crikey. Oh, it's because the Burkers are unhappy. Timed that badly. How are the sailors doing? We're ahead! Oh. Cancel the development, we're done. Go back to trade power. So, Bavaria and Brunswick. We could go and get ourselves some military experience. Or we could just not bother. I like that plan. Though it looks like Brunswick's getting their ass handed to them. Yeah, it's just me and Brunswick versus Saxony, Bavaria, and Memmingen. Brunswick conquest of Thuringen. Oh, fine. You're gonna make me fight, aren't you? We'll turn the speed down a touch. I really don't want to lose manpower until I've started the next lot of promotions going. So we're going to sit here behind their forts, which they've not been upgrading. No, a little bit. Not hugely, but they are upgraded a bit. And they can sit here and absorb a bit of attrition for a bit. I'm okay with that. This is going to be my test run. We're going to see how my armies hold up here, and then we can decide whether we're ready for Scandinavia or not. Because we do have a lot of troops. We're going to be short on manpower, but we should be regenerating manpower relatively quickly. Also, we could request additional levies. No, I'd rather have you on recovery speed. Yeah, I'd rather have the recovery speed. Alright, so our armies, except for you, are now in position. Let's move you up, shall we? They're running. They're like, oh no, Dutch are coming. Time to go. Bye. I'm not sieging stuff. That's all you, Brunswick. I'll back you up if they attack you, but that's all I'm doing. Ah, good. I need a colonist and I need it now. Yoink. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No! Oh, that's Pueblo. I can take that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I get all of these, if nobody else takes these provinces, then I can form California. If if. Otherwise, we'll need to declare war on California. Or we could go for Chinook. You know what? That would be a much simpler way of doing it. Where their army's gone? I don't know. They seem to have run away. See you, Florian. Oh, there they are. Alright, turn around. We'll send you over as well. 50,000 against 30,000 should be a reasonable test of our military aptitude. Bearing in mind, we do have a fair bit of professionalism, which does give us landfire damage bonus. So our fire output should be really impressive. All things considered. Let's go to Loan. No, wait. Wait until you're in Antwerp and then we can go to Brussels and Loan. And then from there, we attack. Ruski, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Alright, battle is joined. Boom. They're a -1. I have a lot more discipline than they have. A lot more artillery. More morale. Tactics are the same. Tactics are the same. How are your tactics the same? They're 23. I'm 22. They've actually gone ahead of time. So it's only my discipline which is bridging the tactics gap. Interesting. Oh, wow. Yeah. Number-wise, though, we seem to be doing fine. How did you get away from that? Really? Tea imports. Prominent economists have been questioning the rapid increases in tea imports to our nation recently. After one of our neighbours came into control of a large quantity of the world's known tea supply through deft trade practices, their beverages have grown very popular even amongst the Dutch people. Protectionist politicians are now questioning whether such imports of luxury goods benefit the Netherlands, arguing that growing dependency on a good which our neighbours control weakens our economic position. If we discard tea, civilization will surely follow. Which does give us advisor cost reduction, which is hilarious, for 5 years. Dump it into the ocean. No. I don't particularly like salt with my tea, thanks. And who needs tea when we can have that horrible oily substance? No, we're going to discard... civilization will fall. If we discard it. Okay, what's the war goal? Turingen. Is somebody taking it? No? You're expecting me to do all the work? Siege 2, Siege 2. Right, go on then. Groningen's dry dock is done. Yeah, we're definitely generating sailors now. We are totally fine. I wonder if the sailor maintenance was so high because I had to replenish dead sailors. I think it's possible. You need to upgrade. I nearly forgot, but I didn't. Meanwhile, Ashanti continue to try to claim my stuff. And they continue to try and siege my stuff. Get out of here. Am I really making 300 ducats? I am really making 300 ducats a month. Wow. And that's without war taxes. My trade income has just gone up by 100. It's because I'm now pushing 80 ducats out of the Far East. Caribbean is still the weak spot. Although, admittedly, Gulf of St. Lawrence is also a bit of one. North Sea gets split. I could do with more control of the North Sea, but honestly, I'm only losing one movement here. It's still going into my nodes. That's fine. So, do I want to build more light ships? I mean, there's not a crisis anymore. No, I want to wait until this is done. Then I can build the heavy frigates. Then I can upgrade all of the heavy frigates. What I might want to do is build some more heavy ships, though. Yeah, we'll build another 20 heavies. And their armies are pretty happy just not sieging my forts because my forts are huge. So that's fine. Also, I should probably call Zimbabwe. Because it's inland, it's not a trade area. Same with Batua. I might hold off until we have finished the tech, though. So I want to stay ahead of time in everything if I can. Asmat has been taken. I mean, yeah, continue. Merchant effects. Our use of mercantilist policies is proving frustrating for some of our merchants, causing some to defect to other countries. Trade efficiency, but we lose some mercantilism, or we have an absent merchant in Lubeck and we lose 10 trade power. Mercantilism is definitely right. How's the Liberty Desire? Totally under control. State maintenance goes down. That's going to save me a bunch of money. And there goes Thuringen, which I need to give to Brunswick. Right, well, I've done my bit. Just moving my armies over here because I've noticed that they have a lot of troops. Memmingham's out. Good. 30,000 of their troops are marching over here. Brunswick is still stuck behind. So we're just going to move you over here. It looks like you have withdrawn. Cannon-Brunu are having internal conflicts. That's very unfortunate for them. And Bavaria is indeed going for Brunswick right now. And getting stomped. Brunswick, your armies suck. What has happened to you, buddy? Alright, I'll go and siege Munich. I mean, they could do like what they did to the Swedes and bribe us with beer. I would totally accept that. I happen to know from personal experience, painful personal experience, that Munich has some pretty good beverages available. I have 5,000 in the bank. I'm mostly just waiting for the Diplotech so that I can tech up all of my trade ships. Yeah, back over here again. Why are we talking about planes? I just joined. I don't actually know there, Sketchies. Why are we talking about planes? What caused this? Because that discussion's been going on for a while. Oh, it was Leyte. So I took the province of Leyte over here. And someone said, hey, that's the site of one of the largest naval battles in history. And I think that moved over to talking about carrier aircraft, and then after that to just general aircraft. But chat seems to be pretty happy just chatting about it, so I'm like, yeah, fine. I'll just sit here and play EU4, you guys can chat about that, and we're all happy. Alright, yeah, you really are trying to siege me down now. That's fine, so long as I know where your armies are. It's going to take you a while. My forts are good. I have spent a pretty penny on keeping those upgraded. And Munich's about to fall. As soon as Bavaria is out, then this war is over. Because Saxony is fully occupied. Ming wants access. Why would you want access, Ming? Who are you fighting? Cebu and Butuan? No. So I have a feeling those might be Filipino nations. I don't really want you killing them. There goes Munchen. Oh, do I really want to give this up? So much beer. Oh, it's January. Miltech up. Diplotech up. Admin tech up. Right. Time to choose a new unit type. It's definitely got to be Lion or Carolean. Because Grenters don't do fire damage, and I'm all about fire damage. Manpower is also a concern. So, Carolean does fire and shock damage, while line infantry has fire resist. Morale is identical. So do I want to go all out offense, or do I want to have some defense too? I'm going to have shock generals because I'm probably going to go offensive. But manpower is a concern. But is it really? Because it's the infantry. They're going to be the mercenaries. No, let's just go all out offense on the infantry. Then cavalry. Latin hussars have fire defense. Not really worth it. I don't think I've ever taken anything which is not Arme Blanche, except maybe for defensive morale once. Although I guess Dragoons are technically the counter to Arme Blanche. Because they have that shock resist. And we're going to be fighting against Sweden, who has a cavalry bonus, do they not? No, that would be Sweden, not Scandinavia. Arme Blanche. Let's just go all out damage. And then all of the trade ships need to upgrade. So let's start with Lübeck. You're going to cost me 3 grand to upgrade. We can do that. My income is about to just collapse. For a short time, but it will collapse. Upgrade you, protect trade. Lübeck. Caribbean. Actually, it didn't. Nationalism CB against everyone in Germany. Imperialism, here it is. This is when things get fun. Upgrade. Protect trade. Caribbean. Gujarat. Upgrade. Protect trade. Gujarat. Aden.